Alright, so clearly smell has a really, really powerful effect on the body. It can change a lot of things, like he was saying, those weird parties. I don't God, there's some really strange things happening in the 2000s. But see, smell has a really huge impact on stuff. And so smell though, and there's not going to be a ton of, you don't have to necessarily worry about writing this down, but sense of smell is really hard to understand though. They don't know a great deal about it yet because it's kind of hard to figure out all these different things that we have going on. Memories, we have remembering different things about it. But smell is just kind of hard to figure out and process because there's just so much going on with it. And it's hard to pinpoint what exactly we're looking at. But like for animals, it's really essential. It can define like hierarchy groups, it can be part of communication, and they can even actually, I read an article that was saying that dog can actually smell like fear on other animals or human beings. But it is a very strong sense of memory though, like I said, and they think it has to do with the fact that the memory part of your brain and your emotions is very close to the olfactory organ. You guys ever like walk in like a bakery in the morning? It just like smells so.
Like Dunkin' Donuts.
Where you walk in Stewart's.
Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, Ben and Jerry's. Oh, waffle cones. So yeah, smell is really important, and it can have a lot of different effects. You guys know what the strongest smelling animal is in the world?
Skunk.
Actually, has the ability to smell.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, we can agree that the skunk smells horrible.
Shark.
Shark.
That's a good one.
He probably smells a lot of water.
A dog.
Yeah,
No, that's why they use them
sharks
for like
no,
hawks. They
blood
can smell everything.
A bloodhound.
Wait, did you say bloodhound or
Bloodhound.
bloodhound?
A dog,
I was like, what? Alright, so, okay, we have skunk, shark. That's a different one I heard. That one.
Sharks,
Sharks, they can smell
Like in
blood.
Finding
They can smell
Nemo.
blood from so far away.
What about dogs though?
Or
Because they
like
use them
dogs.
for like canine training. They smell like drugs and stuff. Like they gotta have good smell.
The actual answer, though,
Oh.
is an elephant.
That's what I said. I would have never.
What?
They got a big nose. I would.
I mean, the elephant has like, the elephant literally, his entire face is his nose, so. Yeah. I was hoping, I didn't want to get like one of the elephants like rolling in the mud. This was like the
Where
nicest
did you find
picture.
that
That's a
picture?
cute one.
I went to this website that has like cute clip art, and it was just like the first thing that popped up, the butterfly. Did you guys see that elephant video, like the elephant saved that guy's life in the river?
Oh yeah.
You can't watch it right now. But there's like this guy, he like saved an elephant, and the elephant could remember like him saving the elephant, so he was stuck in a river, and the elephant like jumped into the river and like went over and saved his life. Yeah, literally I was in tears. It was so adorable. I can't help it with an elephant. Alright, so yeah, so the importance of smell, just kind of seeing some different things. So think of a memory that you have of smell. What's a really positive memory you associate with smell?
Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, Christmas.
Okay, Christmas, pine trees, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, honestly, stuffing for me. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Literally, my house just smells
What
like
about
stuff.
cranberry
Halloween.
sauce?
I feel like I smell more.
I don't like Christmas.
apple
Halloween,
pie.
Halloween, I smell a lot of like apple stuff.
Halloween.
No,
Pumpkin.
Yeah,
A lot of cider.
I think a
apple
pumpkin.
pie, pumpkin spice.
Oh,
Yeah.
pumpkin
Pumpkin
stuff.
spice.
Or those little cookies, the cookies with the pictures
Faces
on
on
them.
Yeah.
The
those
Pillsbury
I made
ones?
those.
Yes.
No.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I made those
Literally my
last
favorite.
night, and I ate the entire box.
So
I
like
like the dough. I don't like the
with
dough.
smell, guys, we can have very positive memories. So like being your parents for trick or treating, maybe it smells like apple. You always associate that smell kind of like, oh, I smell apples. It makes me think about having like being at home, being for Halloween, like Halloween cookies. Like my aunt makes these amazing like sugar cookies that are like in the shape of witches, and like that's like the first smell I can remember when I go to like trick or treating. Well, when I used to, I don't do that anymore. I mean, really clear. I haven't trick or treated in a while. I don't know if I'm gonna go this year. I don't know if I can right this moment. But like we can also have sad memories. Can you guys think of like a smell that kind of like might be like a less happy memory? Okay.
No,
Like
flowers
flowers.
remind me of death.
It
Yeah.
reminds me of
Flowers
like,
make me so
I
happy.
can't go into a funeral home. It just smells like flowers and just
Yeah,
it
that's
makes me just upset.
What if like
Like a perfume or something.
What if you were at a restaurant somewhere and you either broke up with them or got into a fight with them? Do you think maybe you could associate that smell with like a really bad memory from that? Like, I know like we're all thinking about like
You're sitting here.
a more morbid idea, but another thing you can associate, like I said, like a
Birthday.
bakery. So when you go to a bakery and maybe you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend are like in line, they tell you like it's not me, it's you, it's just not working anymore. And you think of all those smells, like when you go back to that bakery, all those smells come back and you're like, wow, they left me that day. So you can also have kind of memories like that. And that's really powerful. I know like my brother and his girlfriend were like they were huge fans of like barbecue. And so like whenever my brother like we had like barbecue stuff in the summertime, he gets like upset, he's like in the corner or something like that, like sitting there by himself. It's kinda sad, but it's true. So and then like as you guys were saying though, maybe a less serious, maybe a little bit more of a serious one, but maybe you lost someone close to a holiday. Wow, but yeah, like you can also have like you have sad, you can have happy, you can also it's all different kinds of memories can be associated with smell. So it's not just limited to just being like a great smell associated with something. All right, so the last one on here is the nature of touch. So touch obviously is a physical connection to the outside world. Ooh, did I skip over writing down memory?
No.
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
alright.
Yeah, Kelly, you literally touch everything.
Well, actually, I'll explain this.
I didn't really touch it. I touched you and Fox and like that.
So, touch is a physical connection to the outside world.
We just have to hold it.
And did you know that you lose 1% of your touch every year? When you get older?
How do you like it, Cal?
Well, yeah, I mean, in general, like your whole body, like, so by the time you're like 90 years old, you've lost a lot of your touch from your earlier years. So obviously, we have these 4 different things: pain, warmth, cold, pressure. You don't have to write this down. Just letting you guys know these 4 different kind of things you can have in touch. Here's like a layer of skin, just like seeing like how different things work. Again, more important if you're in an AP Psych, but so something that I've always wondered about is how do people walk across fire?
Do you know your exact life purpose? Do you know your destiny? I'm going to show you 3 ways you can figure it out.
Oh, this is not.
I'm also
Okay.
21 people were treated for burns after walking across a bed of hot coals at a recent inspirational event hosted by motivational speaker Tony Robbins in San Jose, California. About 6,000 people reportedly participated in the firewalk. Why were most of them not injured? Because coal isn't a very good conductor of heat. Though coal can get very hot, usually between 1,000 Fahrenheit and 2,000 Fahrenheit, it doesn't transmit the heat to other materials very efficiently. When skin touches a good conductor of heat, like metal, it usually results in a burn, because the metal heats up the flesh quickly. Coal and the ash covering it don't conduct well, so our skin actually cools the outer surface of the coal faster than the coal's heat can sear the flesh. At least not at first. That's why if you stand on a hot coal for too long, or if there are any bits of better conductors in the fire like metal, wood, or sap, you can get burned. The same is true if a hot piece of coal gets stuck to your foot. The scale of Robbins' firewalk in San Jose, 6,000 people sharing a dozen 10-foot-long lanes of coals, might have created some human traffic, and thus
I've never heard
contributed
of
to
that
injury.
but fire.
Firewalking rituals developed independently in places like Greece, Fiji, and India. Many proponents claim that success comes from either a heightened psychological state or supernatural protection. Robbins has written that people change their physiology by changing their beliefs. And one of the burned firewalkers told the San Jose Mercury News he was injured because he didn't get into the right state. But physicists and anthropologists who have participated in firewalks say it's really about cold preparation and not, as they say, dragging your feet.
So clearly you can see that even though we can feel different things, it doesn't necessarily depend on a lot of different ways about how we're assessing it. If you guys are in a bad mood or upset ever, I highly advise you to go on YouTube and look up firewalking failure videos, because those are actually what I was going to put in here, but they're kind of sad and funny. but they're awesome. All right, there's like a crowd, like 1,000 people to try to do one in India, and like 10 of them like fell on top of each other, like as they're trying to do it, and it was not good.
I would never.
But so yeah, so touch, a lot of different things going on with it, and with touch though, they've developed something called the gate control theory. You don't have to worry about writing down Ronald and Patrick Wall. I want you to just kind of get the definition of what it is. So it's pain messages travel on one set of nerves, bless you. Pain messages travel on one set of nerves and sensory on a separate one. And they think that this might be why athletes that get really injured during a game, they can go back in and play some more, and they feel fine. And they don't actually get hurt until, they don't actually feel hurt until after the game, because these kinds of feelings are on two different sets of nerves. Like personally for me, I was in a really bad car accident like a year ago, and in the accident, I didn't feel a lot of pain for like the first couple hours, and but then like a couple hours later, like it started kind of hitting me. And I think that kind of goes along with the idea that, you know, something can happen to you, but it doesn't necessarily affect you yet because these are on two different tracks. Alright? So it'd be kind of like you have two cars on a highway driving parallel. You have the two messages on both sides driving towards it. So they're both parallel, but they're going towards the same spot. Ever happen to any of you guys, like a sports injury, where you just like, I gotta play through this, coach, I gotta do it, and then afterwards I just gotta sit down, just, my leg's killing. Yeah?
I broke my wrist falling from the side, and Angelica goes, "You're fine, get back up there."
Oh my god.
She goes, "Go to jump."
I broke my
I
finger
literally
and then I just
broke
went to
my
step on it
Wait.
and do this and you bounce on it and I was like, it hurts.
Cal,
If you're cooking or working with spaghetti sauce and you get it out yourself, then you don't feel the pain until you cook it, or is that a little bit?
it could be like, yeah, that can kind of go along with it. It's saying, yeah, because you're burning yourself and you see, you spill hot sauce on yourself. And the sensory is that, oh, look, there's a giant thing of hot sauce on my hand. But it hasn't reached you yet that it's painful, it's just on your hand. So, that is actually good. That's a good example of that one. Any other questions, guys, on this? Good? We all love the gate control theory? Alright, so, as Callie was saying, or not as Callie was saying, but she likes to touch people. So, some of the good positive things about increasing the amount of human touch we have is, you don't have to write this down again. If you don't want to, you can write like a couple of these down, but actually they found, and these are all things that they've done research on, it can decrease violence. So say like there's a link between like adults and their children bonding more, it can actually decrease violence later in life. It forms greater trust, maybe with a friend, or again, kind of like you're an adult. Actually, this was kind of interesting, economic gains. I don't really know how they figured out that NBA players like high-five each other, won more games, but.
No, sorry.
Oh, you're stretching?
Stretching, yeah,
All good, all good. So, it also can decrease disease and strengthens the immune system, which is also kind of interesting because I thought by touching more sick people you would actually become more sick, but apparently it helps you. Stronger team dynamics, so like you kind of get closer with a group of people that are working together all the time. More emotional intimacy, so like you kind of get a lot closer with people. I think they kind of associate touch with just being much more close, much more private, and intimate, stuff like that. There's greater learning engagement, which a student, so like they had this thing where like a student was answering a question, and when they got it right, the teacher gave them a pat on the back, and that made them want to participate more in class. So like having that like closeness, the teacher kind of doing that and telling you that you're doing a good job, and associating with the touch, and overall well-being. People like to communicate, and the desire to touch is good for communication and bonding and health. All right.